1, begin please.
Okay, so our project was based on which type of popcorn pops the best. And we had 5 different types of popcorn, and it was white popcorn, purple, yellow, blue, and red popcorn. Like I said, the purpose was to determine which type of popcorn pops the best. And our background was based on the different types of popcorn. So
Would you tell me about some of those different types?
yeah, so there was white popcorn.
Well, how did popcorn come? Did you get to the history of one? Talk to me about that first.
Popcorn was originated in Mexico, but then it got distributed like around the world, basically.
Yeah, when the colonizers came, they discovered that the natives used it for different purposes, and then at the beginning it was just a new discovery, but then it turned out to be something useful for different industries.
And there's all different colors of popcorn, but they look the same in your cup. So
Yeah.
talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so basically the kernel is it's a different color, but once it's popped, it's regular popcorn.
Did you guys eat a lot of popcorn during this thing?
Not really.
Did you taste any of the popcorns?
Yeah.
Were there different tastes, or did you find that they tasted the same?
Yeah, some tasted different than others.
Define different for me.
Like, for example, the purple popcorn tasted more like dry than the regular yellow popcorn.
And you guys used the same oil, the same heating
amount
coil,
of oil.
but you actually could taste a difference in the different ones.
Yeah.
Which was your favorite, just out of curiosity?
The white and the yellow.
How come? How come? What was your reasoning?
I noticed that the blue, red, and purple, they were more dry. They were more, like, they had no flavor.
So were they not as fluffy? Is that what you mean by dry?
Yeah, you could also tell right here, like they weren't flipped.
So that's exactly the same amount of kernels in each one. How many kernels do you guys pop?
30.
So that's 30 kernels in
And
each
then
one.
See how it's more full?
Oh yeah, big time. Interesting. And the white and the yellow definitely were, well, the yellow's nice and fluffy.
Yeah, the white one is still a little bit less.
And what is it called when a popcorn doesn't pop? Does it have a name? Like, is it a dud? What do you call it when it doesn't actually?
It's called Little Maid or something.
Yeah. An Old Maid, yeah.
Yeah.
An Old Maid. And so which one had the most Old Maids?
The white one.
The white one.
The white one, but still the white ones were still fluffier than the others, okay? So
How do you
let's,
get the colors of the popcorn?
I'm sorry?
How do you get the different colors?
Good question.
We order them on Amazon.
But I mean, how, from a genetic point of view, yeah. Talk to me.
I mean, genetically?
Yeah, how do you get the white, the purple, the blue, the red? Or they're all the same?
Well, they're
From the
basically,
same batch?
No, they were different. They're all different breeds, actually.
Oh, okay.
Remember we talked about it during genetics, so explain
Yeah,
it.
they're genetically modified.
Yeah.
So basically, they modify they mix them, I guess, and then they make it into another.
So one
type
cob
of
of corn would
popcorn.
come up with some purple seeds on it, and then what would they do with those purple seed corns? They would plant
They
them,
would
right?
plant them and make more.
Just of that purple,
Yeah.
right? So, and that's how they got, and we were shocked, I have to be honest, when we ordered this Amazon stuff, when the boxes came, the three of us went, it's purple.
Purple,
It's,
yeah.
it's real, do you guys have pictures anywhere? I know we've got that, you, go ahead and get your container, it's right up there. I don't know what you guys did with it.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, here, go ahead and bring the container up. Because I opened the Amazon box and had no idea what we were gonna
Purple,
order.
yeah, you can see the color.
There you go, yeah, go ahead and pass those around, guys, to your family members.
So this one's the purple one,
This is the red.
That's the red.
and that was the blue.
That was the blue.
And this one's the white one.
Oh, wow, that's pretty.
And this was yellow.
And where's this coming from? Mexico?
Originally
The
Mexico.
popcorn originated from Mexico.
But these
And how about
colored
the
ones,
other
where did
colors?
you guys get the color
Black?
ones from? Most of them were from the same company, the yellow
They have
company.
some.
Yeah, most of them.
And they all are organic, correct? So that is the one thing that we did notice is that popcorn. Yeah, nothing, you can't really modify popcorn, I mean, other than kettle corn, adding the sweet stuff. Talk to me guys about what your hypothesis was when you got started. So we get all these things delivered.
Yeah.
You guys looked at them before we started, and then we had to, what was the first thing you had to test? There was a mini test you had to do Before we did your other test, talk to me about that.
No, it's black.
What did you test first, before we started popping popcorn?
We first tested different types of oil. We tested olive oil, corn oil, and vegetable oil to see which one popped the popcorn the best. And we found out that the vegetable oil popped the popcorn the best.
And so that gave you your launch into your hypothesis. So when you started looking at these wonderful popcorns, which one did you think was going to pop the best? What was your original hypothesis, guys?
The original one was that the yellow popcorn was
Okay, can you read your hypothesis to me, please?
So I'll read the whole thing out. The problem statement of this inquiry project is to determine which type of popcorn, yellow, white, purple, blue, or red pops the best, and for what reason pops the best. And the hypothesis was if yellow corn is a type of corn that is used the most often for making popcorn at movie theaters and etc., then yellow should be the one that would pop the best.
And that was your hypothesis based on your research.
Yeah.
And is that what you found, Iliana? Most movie theater popcorns were yellow?
Yeah.
Awesome.
They mostly pop yellow popcorn.
Awesome. So talk to me about your procedure. What was your procedure in doing your testing of your corns, please?
First, we tested the oil, like I said. We found that the vegetable oil popped the popcorn the best. And then our experimental procedure was getting the heating coil up to 450 degrees because we found out that popcorn pops at 450 degrees. And we popped each popcorn in aluminum pots, and we put 50 milliliters.
50 milliliters of oil.
In each testing pot. We poured 30 kernels of popcorn in each, and we heated it up for a minute. And then after we looked at each popcorn type and determined which one was the best.
And in all of your testing, did you have any scientific error that if you had a year to test, or you had another 2 months to do this experiment all over again, can you tell me 3 things that you might change?
One of them would be like all the oil getting into the pot, because once we measured it, in the little beaker, it wouldn't all go in.
Oh, because there was
like
still
say-
some left in the beaker.
Yeah.
So maybe a spatula or something to make sure that you got.
Or just, yeah.
Yeah, make sure it, like.
So
really
it's
didn't-
absolutely the exact amount of oil.
Yeah.
All right, that's a great scientific error. Anything else?
Covering the popcorn.
Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, because the first time we tried it, we didn't cover it, and then
And then it was like
Oh,
popping
it was
everywhere.
Of course, you gotta cover it up.
My room smelled so good. It smelled so good. So you guys fixed that by doing what?
By covering the pot with another pot.
With another pot. Yeah, so that was pot with a lid. Good next Jim.
So you guys didn't know about that.
Well, we kind
Well,
of
we just
we
tried
kind
it
of
out.
we did, but then I guess we were just
do we expect it to
into it.
really go that high either?
No.
So you guys tested with what, 10 kernels?
it was
At first we tested with 10 kernels,
And then when you did your major testing, you upped it to
30.
and I think that was the surprise, is
Yeah.
how much higher the 30 of them was going to start popping. Yeah. Any other source of error thing, that you change?
I think that's about it.
Okay, cool. If you were going to take your research and you were publishing a paper in college about your 10th grade science project, what do you think this research could be used for in the future? It could be a business use, it could be a scientific use, it could be a health use, and it could have anything to do with your literature review or what you experimented as far as the popability of your popcorn.
Okay. Well, if this were to be used again, I'd say for industry uses.
Tell me how.
Because when we researched, we found out that we first thought it was just for eating popcorn or crafting, but then we found out that you could use corn in general to make all sorts of things, packaging.
Really? Talk to me about
Paste.
packaging.
Yeah, so you want to say that?
Like popcorn was used to put in the boxes to protect like glass and stuff.
So instead of
it won't
styrofoam.
Yeah.
And why would that be a better choice?
It didn't. Well, it didn't.
What did we
quite
learn about
say.
styrofoam this year, remember? Early in the year when we did the styrofoam and the acetone? What did
Yeah, I
we-
remember. I just don't.
Does styrofoam biodegrade?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does, but over long periods of time, right?
Yeah.
What about popcorn?
It doesn't.
So we could throw that in a landfill or in a compost, right?
Yeah.
And it would break down 100%. You guys-
So it'd be more healthier.
Absolutely. What else do they use popcorn for? Anything else?
Paint. They use paint.
It's shocking. I read bits and pieces of your project already, so yeah. Talk to me about the paint.
Yeah, so they basically use.
Is it ground down popcorn?
I believe I believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, they can use it for paint and even like paste to make paste.
Right on.
Just,
And then isn't there something that's made out of corn or corn oil that's being used right now in industry? Did you guys read anything about biofuels?
Yeah, I tried researching that. There wasn't too much.
Wasn't too much, yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's a really new technology, and it's actually using, so the vegetable oil, but it's corn oil, so it's from the fresh corn. And they actually have Willie Nelson, who's a famous country music fan, actually drives, or country music performer, drives a car that is run on corn oil, which is, and he's one of the only famous people who are using that. What did you guys learn, each of you individually? Just one, like, aha that you took away from this project?
Well, I thought the popcorn was going to pop sustainer at first.
Yeah?
But then I realized, like, as we were doing the experiment, I realized that the yellow popcorn was popping the best.
Excellent. And anything, Armando, that you got?
Yeah, I was surprised to see how many different types of popcorn there are, and how helpful corn can be, like, to make for different industries.
Excellent. Is it something you guys would research again in the future? Would you extend your research on corn?
Yeah,
I think I would.
You would? And career-wise, do you guys have, either of you have any interest in going into biology or anything that would be associated with this project, or did it motivate you to learn more? I mean, it's okay if you say no, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. I'm just curious.
Nothing associated with popcorn.
Okay, you're never gonna work at a movie theater. You're done with popcorn, all right? You guys did very, very well. Thank you very much. What learning targets, by the way? And can I see your works cited page?
Yeah.
Just read off the learning targets from the front of your cover, please. It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then it's
5,
Classwork homework.
5, 9,
5, 9.
13, 14, 25, and 26.
And am I gonna see stuff about genetics in your papers? Awesome. That's what I needed to see. Thank you guys. Very nicely done. Good job. Excellent. Next up is
I have a word.
Mr. Vetta.